セガサターンシロ
How's it going, everybody?
Hello,
Shiro
welcome
Show
to
Friday.
the Shiro Show.
We've got Dan on the couch with us here. So yeah, that's why we're late. We're like 10 minutes late because we were just getting it all set up. Yeah, so
sure, just blame me.
But Dan got a good. He did his due diligence and he got a green screen. Like we gave him a hard time for last week, so he listened and he's got a green screen. So here he is.
I can't have a controller, unfortunately.
What did you say?
No controller for you, Dan.
I'm trying.
Get your own Dan controller. Get your own Dan controller.
It's nice to be on the couch here, though.
Controller.
Nice and comfy. Appreciate you guys letting me on.
Just beat the hell. I like this show, just beating the absolute shit out of Dan's show.
How you doing, Dan?
Montage. Sorry about that.
I'm glad that you're here too. I'm glad that you're here too. For somebody who writes most of the content for SegaSaturnShiro.com, I'm really glad that you could be here in the flesh, in the digital flesh.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the flesh.
No problem. I'm glad to be here.
Max Fleischer.
Apologies
I'm sure
to
everybody
everyone.
appreciates my voice not being just like a disembodied voice coming from the ether, you know.
Exactly.
So,
exactly. Nice shirt, by the way, or sweatshirt.
Oh, yeah, thanks. You like that?
I do.
Yeah,
I
have more Shiro merch on underneath it. I have the Sega Saturn white controller T-shirt, but Bunny pointed out earlier today that it has a green button on it, so it'll look like I have a hole in my chest.
Yeah, like, same here, and it keys out.
Yeah.
Funny enough, we got all of the Shiro merch on our YouTube, like through Spring. And it was working, like it was showing up under the stream, but nothing was rendering correctly because Spring, they've got a few springs loose or screws loose or whatever, and so I had to delete the shop and then like add it back in and make a bunch of changes. So it takes like 24 hours for it to show up. So I don't know if it's actually going to show up for folks now. It might show up by next week, hopefully. But yeah, the folks will just like literally be able to buy shirts like right here while they're watching the show. So real quick, again, apologies for the technical difficulties as usual and being late, but shouts to everybody who's here. Michael, Frisch, or I don't know how to say your name. Pudgy Bunny, of course, in the background somewhere there. Paul Bort, Scotty Mo, Dan is here, of course. David Zaney. You guys, please like the cast, I guess, and share it out. Con Lee, Martin Evans, shouts Martin. Alexander Roberts, Rowan Dinked. We got Moose Tracks here. Paul Bort, I think I said Double Dime Slow Coin is here. Omar Fernandez. We've got CJ Nguyen, Sega Steve. Dang, lots of folks here already. So Jezza R, Captain Hawden, Scotty Mo, and Neil Henderson. So please, everybody, just give a thumbs up, and if you want to share it out on social media, that would be great. It would be a huge help. And in the meantime,
the thing with Scotty Mo is that it's behavior like this that gets me cut from NPR segments.
No.
Yeah, what's that all about? Oh, okay, yeah. So you just basically came out with it. So why don't we just tell everybody? Shiro got a shout on
NPR.
On NPR.
Considered.
Well, they mentioned our blog. They said they called us a blog.
A blog.
Which is a bit reductionist, but considering everything that's on there, but I'll take it anyway. They did say the words SegaSaturnShiro.com, so
yeah. The thing is that even when we started in the community, it was like, oh, it's the Saturn blog, like even the fan stuff. But it took us a while, like, oh yeah, they're actually more than just a blog.
Right.
They do magazines and articles.
I guess because they don't consider us to be professional, like a professional outfit.
Right.
You know? So they're just like, well, they're just bloggers. So
I think when you look at it, though, it's WordPress, right? And WordPress is like synonymous with blogs. So
yeah, it's usually
I'm giving the guy some credit there, or some benefit of the doubt that it looks like a blog, basically.
To be fair, though, he just produced it. It might have been somebody else that wrote blog, so... But I guess everything online's a blog nowadays. But yeah,
I didn't know people even used blogs still online. Like that feels like a 2000 to 2010 term or something, you know?
Right.
So here, were you guys dead journal or live journal? What side did you?
Dead journal or live
You never
journal?
had dead journal?
I never had either.
That's where all the emos and goths hung.
Yeah, no,
Dead
I never.
journal.
That's my wife had live journal but like back then I wasn't really doing the social media thing, believe it or not. I did like MySpace early in the day, early MySpace stuff. Like, what's that? Facey Space, then Facey Space.
Facey Space.
And now I don't even do
it.
Facebook anymore, really. I mean, do you guys use
that's where I
Facebook?
see all my relatives post really problematic things.
I use Facebook to post things on the SHIRO Facebook group.
Yeah, he's the one that posts the SHIRO stuff.
That's true.
Well, sometimes. Peter Malik posts a lot of stuff on there too, though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I sometimes cross-post stuff. I mean, we're regularly using all three of them. It's just Dan is the one that does most of the posting in the groups.
It's just like
really
I cross everything.
Yeah.
For years, Pat, I feel like we were really focused on Facebook, and a lot of our content. It's like we would work our asses off posting content, but it would never get outside of that walled garden, And it was like if you shared it with somebody who didn't have Facebook, they're like, "Oh, it's a Facebook link. I'm not a member of that group. I can't see this content." And it was like, so there would be a bunch of stuff going on in the Saturn community, but it would all just be kind of insular inside this contained Facebook group. And it's like if you weren't a member of that Facebook group, you had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, we do live streams and stuff. Like we still have live streams that are completely lost.
We have live streams.
Live streams, video. Like, there's so much stuff that's lost to time because of that. Because I think there's a big wipe in the Facebook gaming thing. So
there was. They just They were just like, oh, by the way, we're gonna delete all of your VODs. And I was like, seriously? There was this one Thanksgiving VOD where Pat and I played Virtual Casino, and he was talking about picking up a turkey to bring to his grandma's house. And it was a chill stream, but it's gone. I can't even re-upload it to YouTube. So. Oh well. Yeah,
I think one of my favorite ones that got lost is I did this thing called Anime Stream Saturdays, or Anistream. I forget which one it was, but we did one with Sega Lord X talking about his experience with the Saturn, and it was really insightful. It was like him basically he was saying how he would go and buy the games early. He would like order them from the store, and like it was a roll of the dice because it's like, is it going to be garbage or is it going to be a good game? So it's like, but you didn't really know then. Like he was paying $40 and hoping.
Well, I guess that's why it's important to kind of cross-post content across different platforms, because you never know when one of them's going to just drop off the face of the earth or decide to wipe a bunch of content. I mean, look at Twitter. No one knows if it's going to survive another week or another month or whatever.
It's true.
So, yeah. It's good to kind of spread things out.
Like, what if...
Exactly, and it's good we have our own site to write this stuff up on and host it.
Yeah. It's kind of sad that our site can't handle, good video. So every once in a while I'll upload a video file to our website just so that I know it's safe, because it's like if anything happened to YouTube, I'm not saying YouTube's going anywhere, but I'm just saying I want it to be in multiple places for redundancy,
I have all the SHIRO shows edited, all the SHIRO shows from 1 to right now completely edited on a hard drive just in case anything goes bad. I also backed up all our podcasts as well.
Cool.
So everything is backed up. So I even have it's gonna sound crazy, but I even have the editing files from it, like the Audacity stuff and the what's it called, the Adobe Photoshop file.
Right.
In case I ever have to go back and delete shit or God, we're getting.
Well, make sure you.
I'm sorry.
Make sure you back up that hard drive onto another hard drive too. You never know.
It's on my Plex server as well.
Yeah, I bought one of those Lacy Porsche drives or whatever. I don't know. I bought a drive from Staples, right? And it's like one of those that I just plugged into the router. Okay, so this is a stupid thing, and I bet Pat's gonna say, I bet you're going to know immediately that this was stupid, but don't ever take a portable hard drive and plug it in for NAS storage, because it's constantly being accessed. And so it was only a couple of months, and then it started clicking, and I was like, oh crap, you need a specific the red drive or whatever. You need a drive that's built for
the WD Weds or the
the Reds,
the Seagate
exactly,
the Seagate Bacarotas.
I mean, granted that was a long time ago, but I learned my lesson. Don't try to plug in just any old hard drive for like constantly access storage, because it'll just
that was my first NAS is a Raspberry Pi and two external hard drives.
But were they HDDs or solid state?
Yeah, HDDs. Okay. Just to be fair though, I only ran it for like a month or two before I got the big boy NAS set up, the big boy Baroque drives.
Yeah.
So cool. That's going pretty well. I actually had an issue yesterday where it swapped the drives out because we had to get our power out for solar to connect. So it swapped the drives, so it was not booting. So I had to go back into it and be like, switch drive to main drive to be the boot disk. So but that's all up and running. So my NAS is back up to its full potential. Got all my illegally downloaded PS2 games. Illegally downloaded
all your legally ripped PS2 games.
Oh yeah, sorry, legally ripped PS2 games. Yeah. All like 800 of them, because I have.
You're a big collector.
800 big PS2 collector. So yeah, honestly, Dave, I should really get you an NAS setup. Get
me an NAS setup.
Get that NAS. You get a nice NAS.
I actually do have a NAS setup right now, and I'm able to stream. Yeah. So it's like a WD Ethernet. It's plugged into Ethernet, and it's like 4 terabytes. Which I realize is not a lot, but it's enough for what I need right now. And I'm able to stream a bunch of different game consoles from it, so that's great. Anyway, before we get right into the news, like, what have you guys been up to this week? Anything?
I've been setting up this, which you can't see it.
Yeah.
It looks like I've been setting up the TVs behind me, right? But
right.
He's been heavy lifting.
Yeah, getting the sheet and realizing there's a bunch of creases in it, and it's like, oh, that might not be good. What do we do? And Bunny used like a steamer. Oh, is it really? Well, I didn't realize how forgiving it was going to be. So
it's pretty forgiving.
It is.
It's good.
Yeah, it's pretty forgiving. As long as in fact, if you throw a bunch of light on it, it really doesn't even matter. You can just wash out all those wrinkles.
Just blast.
Yeah.
Now that ass.
I am in my dining room right now, and we have like a ceiling fan with 3 LED bulbs in it above me right now, and I've got a little ring light off to the side.
Nice. Yeah.
And we put we replaced the bulbs in the ceiling fan recently, and we replaced them with like super white, very bright bulbs, like way brighter than we had before, and I didn't realize they're going to be so bright. And it feels like you're in like an operating room when you turn on the light in here, and at first I was like, I kind of don't like this, but it's coming in handy now because there's a ton of light on me, and it's really useful when Bunny is doing some surgery on like a console or something, or working on a figure or something. Like, he puts so much light, you don't really need any other lights on, so it's pretty good.
Yeah. Cool. You know what I got that I definitely recommend to her is it's this hobbyist headset. It's like a little headset, like a visor with lights and magnifying glasses on it. I use it for painting, and it muy perfecto. Highly recommend getting one of those.
Like the dude in Toy Story 2, like where he's like painting Woody.
I was thinking the same thing, like Al. Yeah.
Oh, is that Al? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's Al. No.
It's the old guy, right?
Fixes Andy.
The fixer.
The old dude.
Yeah.
It's like Andy, that dude that fixes Woody. So.
Well, in the wave of, I guess, all that bad Sega juju, all that Sega news that was coming out, and the 32X, just all of that stuff dumping on the 32X, I decided to get my 32X plugged in and play it. And so I did get a special cable that like grabs the stereo and everything and goes into the 32X, right? Unfortunately, the Mega SD and Derek A-Team kind of confirmed this for me. The Mega SD, when you're playing the 32X, when you have it hooked up, you cannot play Sega CD, you can't play Master System, you can't.
That makes sense because it takes up the bus.
It takes up the bus, and you have to have that. You have to have that. What is it? That side edge connector.
Oh yeah, the edge
adapter
connector to connect your Mega
it's
SD.
Like the EXP or something like that. But that thing is like scalper prices now on eBay. So. Yeah, it's either, and the funny thing is, like, the 32X is so finicky, just getting it on, you have to blow it, like, get it on there just right to get it to even boot up. So it's like, once you have it, you don't want to touch it. But then if you want to play Sega CD...
So what you're saying is that the 32X does indeed blow.
I'm saying that I have to choose. Like, I literally have to choose between playing Sega, deliberately playing 32X or just leaving it off and and playing Sega CD games. Which if I have to choose, I'm gonna choose Sega CD.
Or you just get another Genesis, and double things
and
up. One of them
another
has the
Mega
3 tracks.
SD, right? Yeah, another Mega SD.
Another Mega SD.
That sounds affordable.
Yeah, that's totally affordable.
I mean, hey, we're retro gamers. I mean, everything is, everything's an expense and none of it's necessary. But
what I wouldn't give to go back to one of those Funko Lands or one of those, EBs and just buy like, oh, you're not selling those 32X? I'll give you $10 for each.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just gonna I'll just stick those in my storage locker and wait until 2023.
30 years, yeah.
You'll be good to go. We'll get some time machines going.
Tyler Esposito just posted a video about the Virtual Boy and how his dad waited until 97 to grab one for $60 with 3 games. So he spent like, what was it, $69, and he got the Virtual Boy in box with like 3 separate games in box plus the pack-in game. So it was like 69, bro. 69.
Nice.
And
69 for
what was essentially like a $350 value or something, like if he had paid like full price. So that was crazy.
What's similar to 69 of Virtual Boy? You got to wash the terrible taste out of your mouth after you use it.
Oh yeah, well.
Okay. Yeah. Wonderful.
No, you gotta put some permanent marker all over like the inside of the visor so that when they come off of it.
Yeah, like a pirate.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
Anyway, yeah, no, I mean when that thing came out,
classiest jokes for SHIRO.
Everybody pretty much knew that the Virtual Boy was a gimmick, right? I mean, and I still kind of wanted one just because I'm a nerd and I like proprietary hardware, and it's about as proprietary as you can get. But I mean, it definitely, even back then, it was like nobody was fooled by the the wireframe, the red wireframe. We're all just like, seriously, that's
the best you can do.
While we're seeing stuff like we're seeing stuff like Virtual Racing and Daytona at the same time, in the arcades and stuff. And we're seeing Star Fox on the SNES. So going from that to like red wireframe, yeah. It's
not good. But I mean, I always wanted to try one, but I didn't want to give my eyes even more problems. I mean, as you see, there's been like 3 or 4 eye surgeries to lead up to this point, so I don't want to mess my eyes up even greater of a point. So don't, yeah. So also, I'd like to play one. I don't want to die. So that's.
So yeah, Maximilian Dude. Did we mention this last week that he like shouted the magazine then we had like a ton of orders and then Josh Fairhurst and then Classic Gaming Quarterly bought it and then a couple.
You forgot one of the other idols.
Oh, My Life in Gaming bought it and then they tweeted it out. It was like before you know it, I'm just like, well, I only have so many of these back issues left.
We're running out.
Have we run out? Are we out of stock?
We've come down to like what do we got here? Like we have a good handful of the A stock, but once those are gone, they're gone. And then I've got a bunch of B stock. Nobody wants the B stock. When really the B stock are perfect, but they're just misnumbered. They read perfectly, they feel perfectly. Arguably, they're gorgeous, but there are a couple of pages that have the wrong number on them, even though they're in the right place. So that's the kind of thing.
Well, there you go. We're running out of stock, so if you don't have a copy yet, hurry up and get to the website.
And this is going to be the last run of it too. We're not going to print another one of this. So
yeah,
we already had two runs already. I think this last one is fine. If you really want to get one, I highly recommend. What do you mean you donate for the magazine but only got the digital version?
I donated for the mag but only got the digital. I thought I was getting a physical. You should have gotten a physical.
If you sent the money, you should have got a physical copy.
Send me an email, contact at Sega Saturn SHIRO, and we'll figure something out. Yeah, we'll get it sorted out. I'll take a look because if you donated anything for it, you should get a copy. You know what I kind of want to do with some of those is like offer them for free to people in the UK for the cost of shipping. Because it's still going to cost them like $20 to get it shipped over there. But at least then it's not $30. Somebody paid from the UK paid like $31 for the mag, and I was just like, dude, thank you so much for buying this.
Dedicated fan.
In spite of the ridiculous cost. Like I buy
It's a
retro
matter of
mags,
specs.
and that hurts. Like I don't know if I've ever actually dropped $31 on a mag. So I gave him a refund, like minus the difference. I was just like, here's what it costs us to ship it to you. Here's the difference. After PayPal took their fees, because I just can't do that to a guy. Like seriously,
It's a lot of money, but still, that's a matter of respect, though, that he'd take that L just to
oh
get the
no,
shirt
yeah,
mag,
I'm like,
so.
I'm that's a huge. I mean, that's a huge compliment, honestly. Like that anybody would go to that lengths. But anyway, so yeah, that happened, and what else happened? Not a whole lot, I guess.
I mean, yeah. Like I said, if you really want the magazine, last chance to get it on our site. We'll shout at the end of the show, but yeah.
Yeah, so Pat and I met with Vincent Avocado. Anyway, from NPR, and we did like a 3-hour interview with the dude, and I guess he's gonna write up like an article on his own kind of like blog. He did like a Boku no Natsu Yasume article.
Oh, see, now
which
you're
was pretty cool.
You're saying that he has a blog. Now he's the blogger.
Well, what did he call it? A Substack or something like that?
It's a newsletter.
It's like a newsletter. Okay. It's essentially like the way it looks and everything and reads. It's like his own personal blog.
It's really good. I like it though. It definitely has an NPR vibe to it. Oh yeah, and then we had a shout on the MLG stream. They're like, yeah, I had the magazine. It's awesome. So big shouts out.
Oh, I think we had a shout on the most recent, what is it called? The most recent DF Retro talk.
Oh, DF Retro?
Yeah, they were talking about the Sega docs. Yeah. They were talking about the Sega docs, so that was nice. Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, those guys are awesome. They're putting out a bunch of content and videos. They have great episodes. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. We're big fans of it.
Yeah, it was John Linneman.
Fans of DF Retro.
In fact, John is right now, John is deep diving some 3DO games that I'm really excited about that he's going to be doing some video content on, so that's fun.
Yeah. No, and I definitely had to say that there might be some DF Retro stuff in the future that involves us. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Leave it there.
Maybe. But yeah, like I said, it's really awesome of them, of all those guys shouting. It's really cool. Like I said, it's really cool that we have a lot of people shouting us out now, and we're getting really recognized in the community because it's been a long way, and like a lot of that has to do with Dave and all his great work as well. Like,
it's a team effort. I mean, like, if we didn't have Dan here writing all these articles, forget about it. Because, like, I mean, like, I don't want to embarrass you, Dan, but seriously, like when we started SHIRO Show, it was in the middle of the pandemic. We weren't working that much. It was like we were super prolific, but at the same time, it was just like we were just like, yeah, let's try making a show, right? Let's see if people watch, right? Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, really soon we found out how much work it was to generate this content and to find it. And like, Dan came in, what a blessing that was, because he came in from the whole Bulk Slash project, right? And you found us, and it was kind of like all at the same time. All the pieces dropped into place, and you were working on Bulk Slash at the same time. You're like this detective of information online. I don't know how you find half the stuff that you do, but you're like a bloodhound for Saturn news, right?
Way too much browsing Twitter and browsing the internet. Sometimes I will open up a new tab to go to Google and search for something completely unrelated, and they'll have like a suggested story right underneath on mobile. And that's how I found out about the PS4 emulation. There's like a story, it was linking me to a story about the PS4 emulation for the Saturn, and I was like, you can play Saturn games on PS4? I didn't know that. So I started looking into it, and I eventually ended up writing a story. So
what's really funny?
Stuff just pops up.
And by funny, I mean completely ironic, is that if you type in Sega Saturn into Google and then you click on the news tab, you get almost everything but actual Sega Saturn news. Like, you don't get SHIRO, you get like you get those like listicles that are like really shallow. You get
top 10 Sega Saturn games.
Yeah, you get just the most shallow and often misinformation stuff, and what I wouldn't give for us to come up when you click the news tab on Google for Sega Saturn or Sega, right? Because that's what we do.
Unfortunately, we're just a blog, though.
We
so
don't.
we
Yeah,
can't,
like I don't even know how to get seeded as news or how to get Google to recognize us as news.
There's got to be some kind of SEO trick that we can do,
right,
to make that
articles and shit.
happen.
Like, look at it. It's like Red Moon Lost Days coming to the Saturn.
Yeah, sometimes if you search for a specific news item or something, like if you search up Stellar Assault English or something,
but it won't be our article,
a SHIRO article.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I've seen a SHIRO article pop up for
under
something
news?
like that
under Google. Sure.
No, yeah, just regular Google.
Oh, okay, all right.
A regular Google search. I don't know about news. I usually don't click on news.
Yeah, and I just typed in Stellar. Actually, do not type in Stellar Assault in news. It's going to give you really depressing articles. So don't do that.
Okay. Well, it's just that other outlets use the news tab a lot, and I think that they get a lot of their information from that, and then things get parroted. So that's what if you have one piece of misinformation, it just gets repeated over and over and over again, right?
Maybe that's a blessing for us then. That people are not going to steal our articles.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah.
I guess.
Fair. See here, I have a little bit of screen there, but yeah, so once we do open the browser, you guys are going to see how improvised this is. The browser, I have it like a pull down projector screen behind Dan, so we'll see how that works. But do we want to talk about Saturn news since we are?
No, I don't want to. I decided I don't want.
That's our bread and butter.
Did I even write anything this week? I don't know.
Well, let's see. Did you? You wrote? Yeah, you did.
I wrote like 3 things since the last show. Yeah.
I know. I was saying, no, there's nothing important. I don't think Dan wrote anything worth of mentioning. No.
Oh, I'll duck down a little.
Well,
so
you don't have to. I made it bigger.
it
bigger. If folks want to follow along, like one of those storybooks where you listen to the audio and then you follow along, just get on your browser.
Oh, Perkins
open up
is in
another
the chat.
tab
Hell yeah.
for SegaSaturnShow.com.
Perfect timing. Guess what, Perkins? Guess what our first article is? Take a wild guess. Take a guess.
Talking about Baroque?
Exactly. So what great timing. Hi. Oh no, that's not. That's Pliskin that did it. My favorite. Sorry for that. I thought it was Pliskin. Sorry, Perkin. I like you still.
We cool, still dude. Like you, dude.
It was begin with a P, I guess.
Snake. Snake
I'm
Pliskin,
just
right?
focusing on the P's. Sorry.
Okay, so we didn't talk about this last week. This is like
no,
okay,
because this was breaking news on Saturday, the day after we shot last week's show.
Well, then hit it.
Okay, so if you haven't heard by now, the English fan translation patch for Baroque on the Saturn is now finished. It had been worked on for a couple of months by Pliskin, only a couple of months. I mean, he already technically had a translation done for the PS1 version, which he did a patch for back in 2021. But after he did a translation for an adventure game called Prisoner of Ice a couple months ago on the PS1, and they decided to try to put it on the Saturn, and it was easier than he thought it would be. So he's like, all right, well, I also have this translation for Baroque for the PS1. How easy would it be for me to just put this on the Saturn? And it was a little harder for him, we understand, but he did pull it off in record time. Like I said, just a couple of months, and you can download it now. Let's see, well, of course, we have a link to it in our story. The patch uses the X Delta patcher. It doesn't use
I walked into the patient.
Knight's SSP. So there's a zip file that you download that's got the patch and the X Delta patcher executable. So it kind of all comes in one package, which is convenient. So yeah, it's all done.
Whopper, double triple Whopper.
All right.
Sorry, that just came.
Right.
I feel bad for Dan. I'm sorry, Dan. I didn't mean to interrupt you with it.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, we were playing the YouTube video like teaser, and there was like a Burger King commercial in the beginning there.
Okay.
And now
Sorry,
Dan,
I was looking at my browser. I wasn't looking at YouTube, so I don't know what's happening on screen.
All of a sudden, just interruption, just singing the Whopper thing from Burger King. I'm sure Dan is very enthused with that. Sorry about that.
Of course, I love Burger King. Glad to have them on the show.
Sack Thing. I like this one. Sack Thing. All these interesting names. Coffin Man. If you go over there, so I mean, yeah, like complete. I'm hyped for this. Like, I really need to carve out a chunk of time to play this because I'm hyped for this. It's been one of the games that I've been really, really at the top of my list.
It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed playing Bastard Baroque when we had that and we played that. And I'm actually going to be playing it tonight for the stream. We're streaming this tonight, boys.
Nice.
So stay for the after show. We're going to be doing some naughty things. Been rocking some Baroque, you know.
Yeah. David Zaney has a frog in his throat it sounds like walking rotor. But honestly, in all honesty, there is work being done on Wacken Rotor, so just rest assured.
It is
being worked on.
Isn't Wacken Rotor basically done and translated? But I think it's just that Night of Dragon doesn't have time to test it, so he's enlisted a few people's help to play through the game and make sure there aren't any bugs or anything. So.
That reminds me, I probably should play through. Actually, we'll do it.
I don't want to speak for him, but I guess unofficially, yeah, we haven't written any articles to that effect. But
yeah, no,
yeah, that's
because I mean it could change. But
yeah, I don't want to hype people up.
Knight, do you care to comment on that?
He's not in the chat.
Oh, he's not in the chat. Okay, I take for granted that he's always there, right? He's usually always there in the chat. Okay, so anyway, yeah. So, but I can definitely assure folks that it is being worked on, and when it's ready, it's ready.
I'll talk to Knight about playing it during a stream. I don't know if he's gonna okay that, but we'll see. We'll see. You know, there's a slight chance that we might be able to play that during the show.
So you did include, yes, it's a bit of a process to get it patched, but you did include that here, little guide.
It's easy. It's just the complaint.
It is easy.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
The thing is that you have to combine the disk images because certain images that for some reason when you rip the disk, especially if you rip it a certain way, it comes out as 2 bin files, so you need to combine them together.
Yeah, you need to make sure it's just one bin file and the Q file. Otherwise, the XDelta patcher will not accept it. It'll say, I won't do this. This isn't right. So I did include a tutorial, complete with screenshots, in the article on our website, telling you how to use Night of Dragon's Sega Saturn patcher utility, and I linked to it as well, to combine your copy of Baroque's bin files into one bin file. It's a few steps, but it's not hard. Just follow my tutorial. It should work. It seems to have worked for a lot of people because there are quite a few people on like Twitter and Reddit who were like, "Oh yeah, I followed that guy's tutorial on SHIRO and it worked fine for me," which is kind of like gratifying. That's cool. I'm glad that it actually helped people.
Absolutely,
the effort was worth it to put together. So that's good.
And if you do it yourself, then you're self-sufficient rather than just grabbing it from some repo.
Yeah, pre-patched
somewhere.
Well, and because there's a pre-patched one floating around in places, and it seems to be giving some people a hard time because somehow the person redivided it back into 2 bin files, I think.
Right.
And that is causing issues with people who play mode. Who have a mode in their Saturn? Yeah.
Really I remember Krista, I forgot what her name is. She shared out the thing that because you gave her advice, right? I think.
Yeah, and I think she ended up doing it herself, and then it worked. And she's like, "Oh, thank you." Sometimes it's better just do it yourself.
Is that what her name is?
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can eliminate unknown factors in the
right.
You know,
I'm missing
by just doing it yourself.
But yeah, just one other thing about the Baroque translation is that Pliskin was the programmer, but he doesn't know Japanese, so he didn't do it himself. He actually took the translation from an impressive fan website for Baroque called the Nerve Tower,
right?
Which I would recommend if you're going to play Baroque, play this patch. Check out the Nerve Tower.
Pull up the website because the Nerve Tower is the best website design I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
I know, it's so good. It's so 90s, but it's gloriously 90s.
Works. It's functional. You can find everything.
Oh, sure. It is also functional.
Click on this image, and it's bam, right there. If you go to the dialogue section, you click on that. It has all the little character sprites up. Click on whatever one you ran into. Oh, it's that guy. Click on him. It'll have all the voice lines, all the lines that he has translated.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's also got a walkthrough, and he has a separate spoiler-free getting you started walkthrough, which is cool. And he has like a page about all the differences between the Saturn version and the PS1 version, and then the later like PS2 and Wii remake, which is cool. And he seems to regard the Saturn version the highest because it didn't have things added to it that contradict its own story, like with the PS1 version. It doesn't have the Saturn version has those moody, dark graphics that kind of get neutered in the PS1 and every other later version actually, but especially in the PS2 and the Wii where they really lightened up the graphics. I mean, nothing can really replicate the way a Saturn game looks. There's just something about not just the way the quads are being shown, but also the VDP2 Infinite Planes.
Yep. It's a different flavor.
Down to just the colors. Yeah, it's a different flavor. So
different flavor.
The person who runs the Nerve Tower, the README for the patch identifies the person's name as Gray, and Gray seems to really like the Saturn version the best. So that's cool. Now we've got the best version translated, and Gray even put on the Nerve Tower website that they're super excited that the Saturn version has been patched. So big thanks to Gray for providing all these translations, and to Pliskin for making it happen.
Nice.
Thank you very much, guys. You all are amazing. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we could find a place translated. And shout out to Emerald Nova, who was the original one that worked on the Saturn version of it to get that translated with Bastard Baroque. So that's really cool to have that.
Yep.
Awesome. Thanks for the write-up, Dan. And then next up is another one you did, which was like one of those news roundups. So this has a couple chunks in it, right?
I like that sensor.
Yeah.
I like the sensor.
Yeah, do you like that? Yeah, well, I mean, because here's the thing. That image, the character has pokies in her little sweater there. And I'm like, maybe I can just position the logo.
Fiery.
There you go.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, I do link to the tweet that has a bunch of artwork from this ecchi mahjong game, and you can see all the pokies yourself if you look at the image on that tweet. All the images, yeah. Enjoy. Anyway, so yeah, it's a roundup. I was actually going to write this on Saturday.
Oh, it's definitely
and then the Baroque patch news broke, so I put all my time into that. And I'll do the roundup on Monday when there's more eyeballs that'll look at it than on like a Sunday morning or something. So the first thing that we've got here for this roundup is the Atelier Marie remake. Came out last week now at this point. It was on last Thursday. And what's notable about this for Saturn fans is that the digital deluxe version of Atelier Marie remake includes Atelier Marie Plus, which is a port of the game that came out on the PS1 in 1998. Now, there was the original Atelier Marie, came out on the PS1. Then it was ported to the Saturn, in which they added some new content, and then they put out a new version on the PS1 that had all the Saturn content, except for the stuff related to the system clock, because of course the PS1 sadly doesn't have a system clock like the superior Sega Saturn does.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so anyway, what Koei Tecmo, Gust, I suppose, the developer of the Atelier games, what Gust did is that they took Atelier Marie Plus and they released it on modern platforms. I believe it is emulated. It's the PS1 version, but I mean, that does have a lot of the content from the Saturn version. So if you play it, it's kind of like getting to play the Saturn version on modern consoles, and it is officially translated into English. And it's the first time that this game has ever been available in English officially, which is pretty cool. I believe there's a fan translation of the PS1 version. But anyway, this is an official version. And Atelier Marie is the first game in the Atelier series. So that's what kind of makes it more notable, too. This is the 25th anniversary. So that's why they did this. The digital deluxe version is on Steam, Switch, and PlayStation 4 and 5. It costs $70. It's like $50 for the base version, but that doesn't come with the PS1 version. It's just the remake. Although I've heard that the remake is really good. So if you're interested in it, then check it out.
Cool.
Check it out. Shrek it out if you want to as well, but I recommend Shrek.
Oh my God, look at this vinyl. That's beautiful.
Yes. This and the reason I kind of put this stuff into a roundup is
it's all nuggets.
It was getting it's like small stories, and they're getting a little less timely. A couple of these, and this is one of those. The Virtua Fighter soundtrack started shipping out. It'll be 2 weeks ago tomorrow. It was back on July 8th.
Like an angel there.
I look like an angel. Yeah. Thanks.
Don't kill us, please.
A Virtua Fighter angel.
Don't cause third impact. Don't do third impact.
But that's awesome.
I'll try. Hey, we were just talking about Baroque, and there's an archangel that you meet 2 seconds into the game in that. So there you go. Anyway, so the Virtua Fighter soundtrack on vinyl shipped out. You can get it in North America from Cartridge Thunder, which is, I think, the original producer of this vinyl. And the vinyl doesn't just have the arcade.
House of the Dead as well, I think.
They did also the House of the Dead vinyl soundtrack, right? And they don't just have the arcade version songs of Virtua Fighter, but they also have the Saturn version. So that's super cool. It's like a double LP. It costs $44 US, and if you are in Europe, you can order it from Black Screen Records for €48, or you can order it from the European Sega shop. Funny enough, they started carrying it, and that's about £60 UK pounds.
Is it one record or is it a two-sided record?
It's a 2 vinyl thing.
Okay,
I think
that's
one of them
for one LP.
Right. Yeah. No. I think one of them has the arcade music, and then the other one has the Saturn music. So
I was worried. I was just saying, Ran records are really getting up there in price, but 44 isn't.
Inflation, baby.
I mean, is this like the 180 gram HD vinyl kind of thing? Yeah. So I mean, those do tend to be a little bit. If it's well pressed, then it's well worth it.
You pay for the quality.
You do.
Yeah. I just really wish they were more. They disclose more where they press these things at, because it seems harder and harder unless it's like a audiophile label to get where they are pressed from.
Even recently, I've bought like indie releases of certain bands, and the album comes and it's like the thinner vinyl, and it ends up warping over time, and I'm just like, so it's such a waste. Like, why couldn't they have done like the really thick? I know it's more expensive, but it's worth it, you know.
Yeah, it's good to prevent that stuff. I've actually seen 180 gram vinyl records that are actually warped in some aspects, so it's not perfect, but as long as you take care of it and you don't leave it in the Arizona heat like I do, you still cannot do that.
Well, and don't like stack records on top. Yeah, just use common sense. But still, it was like it came to me slightly warped when I put it on the turntable. And I mean, again, it was ever so slight, but I could definitely tell. It was one of those things where I imagined the package was in a hot, Amazon van for a while or whatever, but so it sucks. Anyway.
Yeah.
Pixel Crib,
not playing it on a player like that either.
Definitely. Like that is just about as bare bones as you can get, and that cartridge does not instill a bunch of confidence.
Yeah, that looks like a 4 gram tracking.
I mean, I doubt that it'll do any severe damage on a couple playthroughs, but I mean, if you're going to spend that kind of money on these brand new records, get something really good to bring out the best quality.
Yeah, you want something you can actually listen to, for years.
Like if you're picking up really old, like scratched vinyl from like a trade, or boot sale or something like that, and it's like a repressing of Beach Boys or something, I might throw it on something cheap like this. But if you're getting something nice that's for preservational quality, then you're gonna want to play it on something nice as well.
Don't put your analog or MoFi records on one of those things.
Right, exactly.
But like definitely. To be fair, though, I mean, as long as if you're into the hobby, you're probably gonna get new stuff, better stuff anyway. So
exactly.
Yeah, but
yeah. Anyway, but
tell us about the booby idol.
Yeah. Okay.
What did you call them? The pokies?
The pokey
girls
idol,
with the pokies.
Mahjong games.
So City Connection is back at it again. They're the company that's put a ton of Switch games on modern consoles using what appears to be a modified SSF emulator with kind of a Unity wrapper over top of it, so you can have like game saves and loads.
I'll censor with my hand.
What are you guys doing behind me?
It's not letting me censor it, Dave. Dan, use your head and censor the pokies.
You're the wrong way. There you go.
Perfect. Okay. There we go. Censorship worked.
You just see her eyes. Perfect.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're now putting out a remaster of Idle Mahjong Final Romance 4, which was I believe a yellow rated label game when it came out in Japan on the Saturn in May of 1998. So probably going to stay in Japan for many reasons. First and foremost, it's all in Japanese, and they haven't translated any of these games they've released yet so far.
And it's Mahjong. I mean,
and it's also Mahjong, which, right, I mean, aside from the hardcore Yakuza players out there who have learned Mahjong because of all the many Yakuza games teaching you how to do it, most people don't know how to play Mahjong or really care.
Right.
So, yeah, it's not going to be a big seller.
As long as you're a hardcore Yakuza fan, you should be able to play Mahjong pretty well. I think
unless you just skip over it and use the cheat items to beat those sub stories. Not saying I'm one of those people. You know,
I mean, to be fair though, I did the same. I did something similar with Soccer Wars, the new one where they have Koi Koi. I never played Koi Koi.
Yeah. Oh, I actually played Koi Koi. It was okay. I usually just let the game tell me when I could like use a certain combination because it was hard for me to memorize them. There's a lot, but I kind of played it a little bit. It was cool. Anyway, so
I'm pretty bad at Koi Koi.
About Idle Mahjong Final Romance 4, it still is kind of neat to point out yet another Saturn game that's being put on modern consoles. This one is also a remaster. It's not just re-release in so much that they are adding like higher resolution versions of all the artwork from the original. So that's cool. And they brought the original artist back on board to do some new artwork. They were kind of coy about it from the, and I was kind of using machine translation with the official website, but it seemed like they were saying that the artist came back to draw new, like uncensored versions of the artwork. And I mean, it's censored still on the Switch because Nintendo is like, they're really cracking down on nudity with the Switch now. They weren't for a while. Well, there's going to be a PC version. They're going to put it on PC as well through DMM Games, and I think that's going to have the uncensored images. And they're also going to put out 2 other Idle Mahjong Final Romance games that were on the Saturn on PC. And those are ones that I believe were Red Label because they came out earlier in the Saturn's lifespan. So that was, they're called R Special and 2. So Idle Mahjong 2.
Right?
No, I don't think it's one of those. Those are more indie games, modern indie games that do that sort of thing. But I'm
impressed at your tags. You're very thorough.
He's tagging.
I try to be. I mean, you never know.
You never know.
I even put the video system developer there. Video system originally developed these.
Let's see here.
Put Pokies as a tag.
Let's see here. What do we have?
I didn't put Pokies as a tag. Do you want me to add it?
If I do City Connection,
no, you're good.
If I do City Connection, look how many articles we have with City Connection in them.
Yeah, that's why I look at these tags.
A lot. I'm sorry.
Dan has got it.
Why are you apologizing for? I like all this.
Yeah, why? No, it's saying it's a good thing, really. Mahjong. Let's see how many articles do we have about Mahjong here? Oh, only 2. Seems like we need some time. More Mahjong.
You know, there might be one. I might have tagged a Mahjong in for Best of Saturn. I didn't add the Mahjong
how
tag.
Much PlayStation do we have on our Saturn site? PlayStation, quite a bit. Well, actually, not that much, but some.
The last one is mine.
PlayStation has no place. No, I'm sure. I don't want to click Sega Saturn. We're gonna get the entire site, but
yeah, pretty much. That's the thing. It's like Sega Saturn and Saturn are always like tags that pop up there, but it's like pretty much every story we write is relevant to the Saturn, so I just end up tagging that every single time.
Yep.
Whatever.
Cool.
So that's our news roundup that I put out at the beginning of this week.
Yeah. So. Awesome. So if you guys are into that stuff, go check it out. Definitely the Virtua Fighter Final is
no judgment.
No judgment. Yeah,
no judgment here.
Everybody's into what they're into, you know. Not everybody is gonna have the same interests.
They're not a fan
not
of
everybody's
Pokemon.
gonna want to paint dollies like Pat, but for those that do, when I do paint dollies, I paint Warhammer dollies
carefully. Yeah, I paint the naked ones.
Yeah, I don't paint dollies often, but when I do, I paint them naked.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Both literally and figuratively.
So,
Brother.
Archive interview, upload, TJ Davis. Wonderful interview, wonderful guest. Pat and Peter and I got to ask her a bunch of questions about just her early career, her like her musical inspirations,
her ABBA cover band.
I learned that Richard Jacques is not Richard Jacques, it's Richard Jakes, and I've been saying it wrong my whole life, or at least for a couple decades.
We assumed it was a French thing,
yeah,
so we just called it that.
Yeah, it seemed like Jacques.
Yeah, no, it looks like Jacques or something like that. Nope, it's Richard Jakes. So
Jake's the Snakes.
So there you go. It's a good interview. It's a short one, but it's a good one. So we went ahead and uploaded it just by itself for, our two purposes, just for preservation, redundancy, and then also so that new listeners might hear it, that didn't go, delve really, really far back, years back.
That's something my favorite question in that interview is actually my favorite question I've ever done in any interview is the one about the Beatles.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was interesting. I'm not going to spoil what it is. You definitely should watch it, but we did have an interesting discussion on the Beatles and American inspirations and vocals. And I thought it was a really great question, and we really came down with some ideas.
Yep. And there was also a bit about some rubber trousers, which is really interesting.
And check it out if you can.
And a band that she was in called World of Leather, which had like 12 guitarists and 2 drummers. So that's
sounds
pretty
about right.
Yeah,
that
sounds
sounded pretty wild.
Yeah,
all at high end.
Anyway, yeah, so good stuff. She was in Gary Newman's band for a while. She was with D-Ream. She was with Blur, right? For a short stint. Tons of cool stuff. So definitely, and of course, most importantly, she like belted out, can you feel the sunshine? And we love that stuff. So,
and of course, awesome MSR stuff as well.
MSR, yeah, doesn't really matter.
Right. If you
I don't know the words.
Oh. I thought Knight says like doesn't really matter if you stream my game I'm working on.
Yep. It brightens my day like diamonds in the sky.
Exactly.
Living in the city, you got to survive. Keep the dream alive. Anyway, so Space
and she also in the interview as a teaser, she did mention what her favorite song was off of the Sonic R soundtrack. So you'll have to listen to find out.
Wait a second, did she really?
Oh yeah, you don't remember? It was your own interview.
We did the
because I of course listened to it during the week.
You listened to it recently, okay? I didn't listen to it all the way to the end.
I listened to it a couple days ago. Yeah, I was working and I put it on in the background, and she said which one she liked the best, and so that was kind of interesting. I guess it wasn't the one I would have thought it would be.
For the record, my favorite song from that soundtrack is the credits sequence, which is called Number One.
I think you mentioned that too in the interview. Yeah.
All I need is you. For always and forever.
I think my favorite one is probably Radical Highway.
Oh, from MSR?
No. Oh, sorry. Wait, I meant I meant from Sonic
Radical Raceway.
Or the Living in the City one.
Oh yeah. David Zaney says, I like how she defends her love of pop. Like that's a derogatory thing or something like that,
Yeah,
but it's true. It's true. Like people have such like, there's people out there that are real gatekeepers when it comes to music, and it's like it's almost like pop music has like this derogatory, like it's
even
like
heavy metal was pop
Hanson and Bop or whatever. But I mean, honestly, that music is for some people. Honestly, I think a lot of pop music is great, and if you really get right down to it, even the Beach Boys is pop, right? It just depends on where you are.
The Beatles and Beach Boys are literally pop. They're
literally pop. Yeah, like they're definitely not like there was a ton of underground stuff going on at the same time that wasn't getting the same kind of appreciation, So I mean, and right, Perkins says, doesn't it just mean popular? Yeah, popular music. But basically it means like Billboard top 100 or whatever,
Sweet. Steven says he's seen the Beach Boys in the 90s. Hopefully it was with Brian Wilson. I feel bad if it's not. Singing with Michael Avonley is like a cruise.
Yeah, actually, my son just went. Did somebody just mention something about an ABBA cover band? Because my son just went to visit. Okay, because Jesse just went to visit the grandparents in Reno, and they went. And Jesse calls me up. He's like, "Dad, we're going to see ABBA tonight," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not like ABBA." It turns out it was ABBA Cadabra.
Oh, nice.
So they also cover Steve Miller Band too,
right? No, I don't know. But
God, I love that song. I love that song by Steve Miller Band.
Yeah.
Abra,
Cadabra. Wanna reach out and grab you. Believe so. Yeah.
I thought it was. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. I'm fairly sure it's Steve. But yeah, no, I was saying that because she talked about her time in an ABBA cover band.
Yeah, that she did. She did. Excellent interview. Check it out. Now we're gonna continue to post interviews to the archive, and then hopefully we're going to get some new ones as well that will add to that, so we'll continue to keep the good stuff coming. Dave is too good at singing. This will end up being copyrighted. You know what, I actually have an idea, Pat. I have this little Moog, I have, or Moog, I don't know, anyway, I have a Moog, and it has audio out, right? And I can put it into the line in on my computer, and it has one of those little vocoder mics. I think I'm gonna do SHIRO show with the vocoder mic the whole time. I'll be like, blue skies.
You run me through it, and I'll do like some the guy that sing. What is that band name? ELO. Do some ELO shit.
Come on, Eileen.
Yeah. No, that's the other. That's not them.
Wait. No?
That's Dixie something. Dixie Midnight Runners.
Oh, wait. So what was the big ELO hit? That
Mr. Blue Sky.
Mr. Blue Sky.
Evil woman.
That's right. That's right. You're correct. I stand corrected. Space Invaders, we should talk about it real quick. Taito. It is another Taito game, which, I don't know. Do Taito even make bad games? I think they just always made straight fire. I love Taito games, and there's a lot of Taito games on the Saturn.
It could be argued that their Laserdisc ones were bad, I really enjoyed them.
Yeah. But there's Space Invaders in several flavors on the Saturn, if you didn't know. And look, it's even got these cute little, these pixel arts of the cabinets, the little sit down cabinets that you can.
Good pixel art.
Yeah. And it's simple, and probably was like a budget release in Japan, how they do with games for just a handful of yen in Japan. Right. They did that in Japan, and continued with the PS2, and I think even now they'll have budget releases there, where in the US, we have budget releases now, but back in the day, it was almost like everything was full price. At least everything was like $50, It was 4,300 yen at launch, according to Sega Retro. Okay.
So that is lower than, games were usually, 6,000, 7,000 yen. So
yeah.
It's kind of a budget release.
But you got...
That's pretty decent.
It's a compilation, And I used to really frown on compilations, or just think of them like... I used to think of them like, kind of like, why wouldn't I could just, emulate the game. But actually, a lot of these compilations were like ports, and they were also like curated and put together by, talented programmers who also gave you like the UI. So they have a lot of character with them. And so compilations have kind of grown on me over the years. I like the Neo Geo Coliseum releases, and like the Neo Geo not Neo Geo, but the Namco Museum, those releases on the PS1, and then even on the Saturn, you had stuff like the Midway and Williams collections, which are kind of cool. You just get a chunk of good games, and oftentimes you can pick those up for pennies on the dollar, considering what a lot of Saturn games go for these days. But I don't know. I think there's some value there. One that I would love to get is the MSX collection, and I don't have that.
That one actually is a pretty fun collection,
right? Yeah. So
some of the games are absolute dog crap on there.
Yeah, some of them are. It is a grab bag, and some of them are really bad.
About it, though. You never know. Could be good. Could want to make you jump off a building. You know.
Speaking of MSX and by proximity, rare Japanese microcomputers. I heard recently that from John Linneman that the Sharp 68,000 is not good. Like the new release, you know.
Yeah. Oh, the mini one, right?
The mini, yeah, the mini. He like flat out was just did not have good things to say about it. He said it's very.
Did you say what was wrong with it?
Well, he said straight up the games run incorrectly and they're very glitchy. So that the actual emulation and playback is quite glitchy and really, really bad. Like he used the word bad.
At that point, why even do it? Why even release something like that? I mean,
it's a beautiful little desk ornament, right? And I mean, it looks just like one.
I guess.
And it comes with
just put a model out,
right? Keyboard too.
I'm thinking people are probably going to gut it and put a Mister in there, you know?
Yeah.
Then you'll have.
To be fair though, it's an expensive gut though. It's not exactly cheap.
It's not cheap, no, and it's not even easy to come by. I mean, right? You know, so because there's a limited quantity, but yeah, so.
But yeah, like I said, I just want the keyboard from it. The mechanical keyboard that comes with, I heard it's pretty decent, so I want to use that and have it like a work keyboard.
Right? Yeah, yeah. So there are aspects of the hardware itself that are good. I mean, everybody has pretty good things to say about the hardware itself, but it's the actual emulation that leaves a lot to be desired. I guess.
It's a bit of a sadness, but yeah, like I said, it's like, I mean, I'd buy it if we can just get the keyboard. That's all I want.
But see, this is coming from Linneman, you know, who's breaking it down and doing like frame by frame analysis. You know, somebody. So like Sega Lord X had some positive things to say about it, but I think he's just kind of more viewing it from the surface. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like I don't think he's really just so some folks might grab it and might not even be put off by it. But I guess if you know you're comparing it even to like a really, really decent 68,000 emulator on a decent computer, it leaves, from what he says, it leaves a lot to be desired. Anyway,
not to mention like the fact that no offense to Sega Lord X, but I don't think exactly he had an X68000 to test.
Right.
A lot of these
it wasn't like he was doing like side by side comparison, and I don't think he was like taking it into any kind of like, you know, frame rate analysis or anything like that. I think it was more of a casual, less a casual look. Yeah. And in that case, I think a lot of people might forgive it then in that case. And it's the closest most people are going to get to something like that, getting something like that. But again, I was really bummed to hear that because again, that makes me kind of second guess it for myself, you know?
Yeah, because I honestly wanted to get it just for that keyboard alone, like I said, but like, you know, maybe I'll just wait for somebody to eBay it.
So weekly live show, this is just in reference of last week's show, right? We don't really have to talk about that.
I did like the logo, the dude, the
right.
dude.
Satan News.
Yeah, I grabbed the banner that was used on the YouTube video from that, and I just edited it right on there on your post. So
automate that, but I think there's an issue with Podbean grabbing the images because I think a lot of people have been saying like a lot of apps have been having a hard time grabbing our images from Podbean.
Yeah, Pocket Casts. As soon as TerraPlayer releases their own app, I'm ditching Pocket Cast for good, and then I'm just going to use TerraPlayer because they have programmers who are like listening to us and are like, oh yeah, we'll fix it in a second. They fixed it, and now they're grabbing all of our artwork, so that's great. Yeah. Which reminds me,
also was fast with Spotify. Like I sent an image because when our podcast is duplicated, I was like, hey, Spotify, I sent a message. It's like 5 minutes later. Oh, yeah, we'll fix that up right here. Can you send me a link to the one you want? I was like, yeah, here you go. Okay, bye, it's fixed.
Yeah,
so
like,
cool.
For folks who don't know, and I don't know if anybody doesn't know, but Saturn's original ad campaign was this, were these cone heads, essentially. You know, at the
here,
Japanese launch.
Scroll up a little bit more on the thing.
What do you mean scroll up a little bit? Right. There you go. Nice. Saturn News. So it was Shinchin Hachibai, or you know, you had the Saturn launch, and then you had the cone heads, and then they also had before Segata, they had an ad slogan that was it was like Sugoi sofuto wa Sega Saturn kara, which is like great software from Sega Saturn, right? And then that kind of then when they got Segata, then it was just like, you know, it it was just a home run, because that really gave Saturn much more character than, like these cone heads, which is kind of cool, but it's out there, I don't know. A king peon. Dan looks like a king peon here.
Nice.
I love it. See, now
don't worry, Pudgy, we'll make that an emote in a little bit.
By being in the middle, Dan, being in the middle.
I never should have done this. This was a mistake.
Don't worry, we'll put you behind the couch next time.
This is cool. So this latest story that you did, the Slam Dunk movie coming to theaters next week, this is really cool. I had no idea until you posted this that this was even happening. So
dedicated SHIRO viewers may remember that last year Peter wrote a little Best of Saturn article about the game Slam Dunk.
All right.
It's where it's kind of like shows like a half court view of a basketball court, and you're moving your little players around, and then and you're taking a shot, and then when it switches to the other, you show in the video, it'll switch around, and then Pat did a gameplay stream after the SHIRO show that week. The franchise that game was part of is getting a revival. It kind of went dormant not long after that game came out. Not saying that the game killed the franchise, but the game came out in like the height of Slam Dunk's popularity in Japan. The manga ran 1990 to 96. They had an anime that ran 93 to 96, and then the Saturn game came out in 95. There were some other games that came out for like the Super Nintendo and whatnot too. And
so this is like a shonen kind of series about related to a sport specifically.
It's a sports anime.
Yeah.
It's like initial D of sports.
I like how it's from TV animation, Slam Dunk.
Right. The full title is kind of awkward.
Yeah, for sure. It's like as seen on TV,
Right. Basically, as seen on TV, Slam Dunk.
I love basketball. Yeah.
Right. Full title.
Love basketball.
And they actually have clips from the anime in the Saturn game, which is cool. And anyway, so they released several movies in the 90s too, but they were like 30 to 45 minutes. They were like short films, basically. Well, they have revived the franchise with a new movie called The First Slam Dunk. I don't know that it's supposed to be a prequel. I'm not sure. The synopsis that the distributor G Kids gave didn't really say anything about it being prequel, but either way, it came out in Japan last December. It was huge. It did really well, not just financially but critically as well. It just won an award a few months ago.
To me, it's like a double me going on over there.
Hey, look, I'm not the only one who should be suffering camera-related shenanigans here on the stream, so you get it too. This movie came out in Japan December, and now it is coming out in the United States starting this coming Thursday, and it's going to run for about a week, I guess. I don't know if that's just that seems to be just what the show times are. When I was looking at like Fandango, if it does well, they extend it. But it does seem to be a wide release. It's not just going to be like one theater in art houses or one theater in each metro area is going to have a showing. No, it's actually like multiple showings at lots of theaters in every town.
And it's
I looked in my area, and there's like 5 theaters within half an hour, 40-minute range. One of them's just around the corner from us. Basically,
it's just down the street, right? Or is it actually
both
dubbed?
Subbed and dubbed?
And dubbed. Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, there are separate showings for sub and dub. They did a new English dub for this movie. You can go see whichever version you want, sub or dub.
Actually, it's pretty cool. Story about that too. So I went to
go ahead.
So I went to see the new Wes Anderson movie, Asteroid City, which highly recommend go see Asteroid City if you like Wes Anderson or like movies in general. Great movie. I was walking to the lobby and I saw the poster in like the wall. It's like
scroll down. I posted it in the story.
Yep, it's right there.
It just was sitting on the wall at the Harkins Theater in Arizona. I was like, oh, cool. I was like, that's funny. Dan just posted about that when because I saw the article and I was like, that's pretty cool. And I went to the movie and saw, I was like, oh, that's actually really cool. And I thought
you recognized it.
That is pretty cool. Yeah.
So I'm gonna definitely be going to see that. I'll try to see it on Sunday. There's a screening at 12 p.m. So if you're in Arizona and want to go see it, Dave needs to get YouTube Red.
I need to get YouTube Red so I don't get ads, right?
So one other detail, this is being done by Toei Animation, which I believe they did the original anime in the 90s, and they collaborated with another studio for this new movie. The other studio, I've gotten the story, Dandelion Animation Studio. I've never heard of them. But anyway, so Toei put up on their YouTube page, their YouTube channel, subbed versions in English of the first 10 episodes of the 90s anime for free.
There's like 28 episodes on there. In that
there are, are there 28 now? They must be adding some every day.
Yeah, they've got 10 so far on this playlist.
Okay, why does it say 28?
10 unavailable videos are hidden, so they're doing it as like a
bulk release.
Yeah, maybe they're going to add some more.
That's what it says right here. There are 10 other videos that are hidden currently. So yeah.
Okay.
So maybe they'll add some more. And it's just a portion of the series. They made 101 episodes over the course of like 2.5 years. They are all available on Crunchyroll. I think that's just a subbed version. The English dub, I don't think you can get right now unless maybe it's being sold on a Blu-ray from Right Stuff or something like that. I'm not sure. I didn't really look into that. But I know at the very least the sub version of the original anime is for free on Toei's YouTube for the first 10 episodes, and the rest of it's on Crunchyroll. So
it almost looks like the animation style is somewhat reminiscent of like JoJo stuff a little bit.
Yeah, it reminded me of JoJo as well.
Yeah, like I'm sure it's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same artist, but it's like a similar style because it goes for that kind of like gaunt, thin faces and like really slim figures, tall figures.
Looks like Kuwabara.
Yeah,
from
honestly,
a Yu Hakusho.
This might make basketball more accessible to a lot of folks who are like not really into sports games and stuff. Watch this. I mean, because like Pat got super into car stuff right after watching Initial D, right?
There you go.
I drove a manual.
I mean, a lot of kids got into street racing because of Initial D. To be honest with you, so I know a bunch of people can relate.
About the artist for Slam Dunk, they actually make their directorial debut with this movie. They directed this movie, the original manga artist. The name is Takehiko Inoue. So that's neat too. They gave the artist a chance to direct a movie on his own franchise. The
purest version of it too. Like
I guess so. Yeah,
it's going to be his vision of the. So that's kind of cool.
Right.
That's
nice.
Mean,
hey, it already won an award for best animated movie of the year in Japan, and it is the fifth highest grossing animated film, or fifth highest grossing anime of all time as of right now, and it hasn't even come out in America yet.
Really?
So it's doing well.
Nice.
It should be worth the watch.
That's great.
I'll be definitely in Butts and Theaters on Sunday watching it.
Nice.
Cool.
I got my Sunday free, so Sunday morning I'm gonna be like, nobody messaged me. Just gonna, and usually I go to the end. I like going. It's gonna sound weird. I like going to the anime movies alone because it like you don't have to worry about like getting a group together and stuff. Just like you just go and you just enjoy it. So I kind of like it. I like going like. I remember I saw this one.
You wouldn't be going alone if I lived in Arizona.
I'd definitely go with you.
Yeah, that would be rad. I don't have anybody here that I probably could go to anime. I mean, Jesse, if I can get him into it, if I can like get him to watch it on I don't know, Crunchyroll or Netflix or whatever it comes. Then
I'll have to see if Bunny will go with me to see Slam Dunk. We'll see.
We'll do a review on the next Friday SHIRO show.
Shadow Mask, why don't you go ahead and share what VHS we're playing tonight, and that way I can shout it on the show.
I think he was still determining that. He was asking people on his Discord server what he wanted. I don't think he has Slam Dunk on VHS.
So before we wrap everything up, I want to let folks know we do have this blog here called SegaSaturnShiro.com. It's actually a pretty robust. It's a pretty robust site.
we sell stuff too. It's a good blog. We have.
And if you click on podcast, if you do click on podcast, it does take you to our Podbean podcast page. The cool thing is we added. You can't see it here because it's in like mobile mode, but there is a menu now that like breaks down all the shows into Editor's Corner, Interview Archive, Mainline Podcast, and Shiro Show. So like say you just want to watch an Editor's Corner, here they all are for you. So now everything is kind of more organized and broken down into our various, let's see, mainline podcasts. I may not have,
Nice.
We've done a reboot. I need to add all the old ones to this, but essentially,
did you want me to do that? I can go through that a little bit later.
Yeah, if you want to do the grunt work, I got, let's see, Interview Archive. There's only one here yet, so I still have to do some tagging because we downloaded a new tag plugin. But essentially, you can get there. You can subscribe. You can go back to the news site. It does link back to the news site, which is not a blog. It is a news site. And we've of course got.
Is there a way to get rid of this like heart, this emoji thing? Because it's blocking when I'm trying to pin the comments, and it's actually annoying me.
I don't know what you're talking about. What?
There's like this emoji thing on the side. It's like a hearts and like stuff like that.
Oh.
Anybody else see that? Oh. It's insane.
I know what you mean. I have that on mobile. I don't see it on desktop. Like you can't see it on camera, but I have a laptop right in front of me, and I don't see it on the desktop version. But when I'm on mobile, yeah, that stupid like emoji thing is in the way, and it makes it really hard to do things as a moderator. I don't know how to make it go away.
So I hate it.
Yeah,
I hate it.
It's not fun. But yeah, so you can get to our show from the website. You can get to...
What are you trying to pin?
I just want to pin the channel for Shadow Mask.
Oh, it's not letting. I can either go to channel, report, or block. I don't want to do any of those things.
I pinned him.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cool. That's why I put a dot in the chat, because I wanted to move the chat up so I can pin it.
Buy a magazine, buy a back issue at least while supplies last, or just download.
Make sure you keep an issue for
right
for the person who donated. I forget your name. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But that person sounds like they have an issue coming to them.
I have enough. I have quite enough, and we'll definitely deal with that post haste. You can always download a free PDF if you want, so it's available. And yeah, no, I mean, feel free to also. Oh wait, you can also get to our Patreon from here. Where is that? Panda. You can get to Panda from here. Support. A community. Oh, you can get to the Discord from here. So there's a Discord link to join our Discord, and there's also support. That's right. So you can either make a one-time donation or you can join our Patreon, which I don't want to dox anything, so I'm going to go back. I'm not going to visit that link while I'm logged in. But
don't dox yourself, Dave.
But yeah, so Pat usually handles this part of the shows.
Let me do that.
You could wait, Pat.
The page. Sorry, I was just trying to check my work thing to make sure nothing's bad's going on at my work.
Ooh, Magic Knight Ray on VHS. That would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
of course.
Go watch Asteroid City before it gets removed from theaters. It's really good. It's probably my favorite Wes Anderson movie of all time now.
Well,
so
it has. I think it's his most successful too. Like financially, like it's doing fairly well for a Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah, it's got low ratings, but honestly, I think people are dumb. Straight up, like
the unwashed really masses.
Oh, I forgot to mention, we're into the second round of the Sega Rally Championship tournament. I finally was able to hook up with Dan Retrospectors and do a match, and I won. It wasn't
congrats.
But I lost to Shadow Mask first in a really choppy connection, but I lost to Shadow Mask, and then I went into the wild card, and so I've won this round on a wild card. Next I'm gonna have to face either Sega Steve or Double Dime, so I'm screwed.
Nice.
Yeah, but before we shout out patrons, I just want to say that Seawin's working on I guess he's looking for somebody to work on the Macross. Macross, do you remember Love on the Saturn? So if anybody wants to help with that at all.
I thought it was a PS1 version.
No, he's looking for Saturn people, not for the Saturn.
Oh, is he?
Well.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want to go do that, definitely shout outs. If you want to work on that, he's at Burnt Ends or I forgot it was on Twitter. We can probably look that up. Oh, yeah, he's looking for someone. Yeah, he wants someone for Saturn. So definitely recommend post if you want. Send me a link. I'll post that in there. But yeah. Just want to shout that out. I almost forgot about that. Sorry about that. But
cool.
Shout out to patrons. So shout outs to Murder of Crows, Emerald Nova, Johannes Fetz, Nate Lawrence, Blue Moon 95, Cerillion, Chris Piper, Dan Fredrickson, David Zaney, Derek Pasquilla, aka A Team, Patrick Finutaku, Jim Clasher Rank, Justin Momphis, Normal Guy, Newt Rageous, Robert Ramsey, Roan Dished, Sega Steve, Stoneman, Tanuki Trev, Theron Brown, and Young Money Sowie. If you guys want to be shouted out on the show, definitely back us up at the $10 and up level, and we'll shout you out. We'll be like, this guy's cool, this guy's neat, interesting. It's a cool dude. Highly recommended.
I think Chris Piper, who's one of our newest supporters, that's Pipe Dreams Games, and he does some amazing reproductions, long box reproductions. So shouts to that guy, because yeah, his work is phenomenal. Check it out on I don't know, Facebook or Twitter or whatever. Pipe Dreams Games. Yeah, shouts. And thanks for supporting us.
Yep, thank you, man. We appreciate it. Love your stuff.
Yep.
And then and if you don't want to, like I said, if you don't want to. If you back at the $3 and up level, you get a lot of extras like early episodes, some bonus content stuff. I'm gonna try to put some more bonus things up. Like one of the ones that I missed up on is I wanted to do like you know how they do the reactions to streams. I don't want to put that on the SHIRO channel because I'm not a big fan of those, but I know some people really like them and maybe we could talk about it. So I'd like to do maybe like some streams.
You need to do another one of those, like that Sonic stream. I know it took you a while to hack that all together, like edit and cut up all that footage, but you know how you did that, and it was just so funny. It was just like laughs, constant laughs. That was so entertaining. You should do that again. Something
I should.
Yeah,
I'll definitely get that. I still have the footage from that, so I can cut that up and I'll do
a Mr. Bones one. You got to pick a game that's punishingly difficult. So that you die a lot.
I did a funny one. Honestly, I did a funny one on the SHIRO show like a year or two ago for Mr. Bones.
Yes, you did.
I got transferred. Huh?
That was a good stream.
Why don't you just cut that one up? Why don't you just download that and cut it up into like a remix? You know, just like all the funniest parts. Yeah, but you should definitely.
It does have a really funny part where the game actually locks up on me.
That would do numbers.
The game freezes on me.
That would do numbers. You should do it. And then we can put you can just slip some Fitz Houston sound bites in here and there. You know.
Nice.
That'd be good. Scar me for life. But yeah, I could do that. But like I said, I'd like to do some more video content for that, like at least like little bonus things, like at least either that or that. I mean, something like that will go on the SHIRO channel, but like the reactions to press conferences. Like I should have done one for the limited run games reaction. I should have done that, but I forgot. Unfortunately, it was like in the middle of my work day, and I couldn't exactly ditch work.
We're all wearing our SHIRO merch. I just realized.
Yeah,
we are.
That's why I point out. That's why I left.
Well coordinated.
I'm wearing the business model. Dan's got like the really svelte, slick, dark black.
Yes, I love it with the Saturn on there.
And he's got the I call this business card. That's what I call this shirt.
Yeah.
But Pat's got the podcast one, so that's great.
Yeah, that one's good.
We did not get a memo or anything. We didn't coordinate. It's just. But so
I'm waiting for the new merch to come out with the Teespring shop. I want to see what new designs you've come up with.
Well, yeah, I did one and I uploaded it and they deleted it because it had Pat's in my face on it. It was the one with the scrolls, you know. And I think that it's just because it has human faces on it. Like I don't know. I have to try.
They assume that you've stolen someone's
or that
identity.
Or that it's an exposure for them or something like that because it's an actual face. I don't know.
Okay, so you got to do like designs.
Yeah, you got to do like designs. I can do the Virtua Dave and Pat just fine. I can do that one, Virtua Dave and Pat, but I can't do like the ones with like our physical faces. For some reason, it deletes them like about an hour after I upload them, and then it's just gone. And then I look and it says, we removed this due to community guidelines or something like that.
Maybe they think it's boobs or something. I would like you message them and like be like, hey, this keeps getting removed. Can you just tell me why? And honestly, it's probably
your noses look like pokies.
Exactly.
But I've got some other stuff that I'm planning. It's gonna be good.
Okay, cool. Looking forward to it.
But yeah, speaking of which, if you want to pick up shirts, until we get the Teespring situation sorted, you can go on our our Threadless store.
Threadless.
I don't know if their Teespring's live yet, so we're still working on that. But yeah, Threadless.
Yeah, technically it's live. Technically there are. I wonder if I could get to it somehow from here. Sega Saturn SHIRO.
I figured we want to get we're gonna do a whole grand opening for it before we did that. Okay, that's threadless.
Teespring. I don't know if I could find it from here. I'd have to grab it from our.
Oh, so they
YouTube
can have Raiders logos, but they can't have our faces on them. What the hell is that?
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I don't know. That's threadless. Actually, I'm going to be honest with you. Threadless is easier to use, but it doesn't have any kind of integration with YouTube. And I just want to make it as easy as possible for folks. Like, I figure, like, they can be watching them. I mean, folks probably already know this, but you could be watching a SHIRO show, and there's just a link right there, $19.99. Comfort tea.
Are you able to add that yet, or?
I was telling Dan, I already added it, and it worked fine. But several of the shirts weren't rendering properly because I was still making changes in the shop. So I deleted it, and then I added it back, and it's going to take like 24 hours for it to like show up, populate into our YouTube. But it will.
So maybe next week.
Yeah, it'll be good by probably tomorrow, and it'll be there for next week's show. Yeah. So we'll be able to show it off.
I'd probably hold on to that shirt because I don't think you're gonna get another one of that.
Yeah, we're not gonna get another one of that.
So
Pokies. Wait, we can always make a new shirt with Pokies if it'll be but it'll be more like Sonic the Hedgehog Pokies.
Yeah, we're not gonna have have boobs.
We're not gonna get completely canceled
with that. But don't
give you this kind of Pokie right here.
The yellow label.
I'm not commenting on that one, Pudgy Bunny, in respect to Dan, so I'm not touching that one with a 20-foot pole. That is not being touched. No.
Anyway.
But anyways, I will, I mean, I'm excited to get the shirt integration. That's going to be cool. I'm down for that. So once we get that down, we'll show off some new designs. Any way we can, I was gonna say, can you show off the one, like on the, it's gonna be too much. It's off. We'll do it next week.
Wait, what do you want me to do?
I wanted to see show the design that you couldn't upload. The
design that I couldn't upload
with your faces
heads on it. Yeah.
Oh crap! I just deleted that. No, because it deleted it from the shop. But essentially, it was that, you know, the banner that we've had on the SHIRO show before, where it was like you and me holding the SHIRO scrolls that say you must play Sega Saturn, but it's in like Japanese.
With our heads. Oh, is that one, that banner with our heads next to Sagata?
Right, yeah.
Or did you not have Sagata in there?
Well, I did two different ones, and it deleted both of them. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. I would try removing Sagata and just having the heads on.
No, that's what I'm saying. I did it with both. I did it without Sagata and with Sagata, and it deleted both. So I think it was just like you can't have human faces on Teespring. Or
maybe it thinks that it's doing, because you know how it does the image search. Maybe it's doing like an algorithmic thing.
Yeah, well, definitely. It's not a human doing it. It's like a computer doing it. You know.
Yeah, well, it like matches 99% of it, and it's like, oh, it matches it. It's obviously copyrighted. We can't have you upload it. So maybe that's what I'm thinking is happening.
Yeah, maybe.
But just put on Threadless, and we'll do the other ones. And be like, hey, you want exclusive shirt? Go to Threadless.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anything else we want to shout before we did Shadow Mask figure out what he's watching on VHS movie night? I don't know.
I guess it'll be a surprise.
He did drop a link. There is a pinned link to the Twitch, so go check that out if you need a movie for tonight in good old 480i. Right?
What time is that going to be at?
Right. It varies, but it's usually like 9 to 10 p.m. He'll start Eastern.
Eastern, so me a little bit.
Yeah, so I guess that would be 6 or 7 p.m. Pacific.
The Phantom Menace.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
That's cool.
Sorry to hear that. I'm just joking.
Sorry to hear that. What, you're not a Phantom Menace fan?
Hot take, that's the best of the prequel trilogy.
That is Phantom
Menace.
That is a hot take.
Honestly, you might be right, because Episode 2 is the worst Star Wars movie of all time.
Episode 2 is pretty bad.
Not great.
It's not great.
And, I'm not real wild about Episode 3 either.
Really?
Episode 3, really.
Episode 3 is pretty
it's got
dark.
Some cool fights and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, dark doesn't make it good, though.
No, it doesn't. No, that's what I'm saying.
I think the first one is the
dark.
most Star. Yeah, I mean, the Phantom Menace is the most Star Warsy of the three. I mean, it's, you know.
Honestly, like nostalgia wise, Phantom Menace is amazing. Like, it came out in 99. And it was just like at the same time as like that. I swear, like the whirlwind of stuff that was going on at that exact time was crazy. Like, so at the same time you had like PlayStation hitting the height of its, run, not PlayStation was like huge by 99, and like Metal Gear Solid. I think Metal Gear Solid was like 98, but either way, there were a lot of games hitting PlayStation. You had The Matrix was out. That was great. You had,
sequel, not so great.
You had a lot of like electronica and dance music at that time hitting the scene. Like
you had
Alice
the best
DJ
Woodstock that year.
That's when Blue came out by
that's
Eiffel
when
65.
I'm Blue, no, you're absolutely right. And then you also had like, I don't know, like the Mac, the iMacs and stuff like that were also like really big at that time.
Linkin Park was hitting pretty hard.
Linkin Park, yeah. So no, it was a good time, definitely for nostalgia. But because by the time the other ones came out, I was like in college and I was already really jaded.
This stream has gone on too long. RoboDave has reared his ugly head.
I was gonna say, I have some time to do a little bit of Baroque to show it off. I don't know if I can do a full hour, but we can do a stream of Baroque if Dan wants to join us.
Yeah, definitely.
I am probably going to go because I have been smelling the borscht that's been cooking on the stove here for the last 2 hours, so I'm super ready to eat.
You've also been sitting there in a black sweatshirt, and you're probably really hot. Okay, I gotta mute myself. Yeah. I gotta mute myself.
Sounds good. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go play mute it. So I'm gonna go play Baroque for a little bit. We'll see how long we can go. I'll take over the stream and end it. So yeah, thank you for watching. So remember, you must play Sega Saturn.
All right, peace.
Oh, dang, I didn't get through the shot. Let's see if I can.
SHIRO Saturn SHIRO!
Soon, hopefully. Okay, there we go. We're live. Welcome back to the SHIRO Show. We're going to do some Baroque. There we go. Yep, sorry about that. I'm going to play some Baroque. Why is this not sync this up? Synced up. Froze on me, okay. That's new. I've never had my Saturn freeze on me like that, but okay. That's kind of bizarre. Never had that. Okay, well. Why are you not working now, controller? It's a live stream, don't embarrass me. Okay, maybe it's stuck in a different mode. Yeah, the controller's not... Oh, okay, well, there it goes. Oh, it's... Okay, there we go. Well, let's go with that one. Let's get the... Stop. Nope. I think it's this one. This might be the mode. Alrighty. Select in right direction. Hold for 5 seconds. On. Okay. Wow, this controller is stuck and not wanting to use the analog stick mode. Okay, there we go. That was weird. All right. Yeah, it's charged. It's so it has a weird mode thing where it, like, for some reason it has analog modes, and sometimes it gets stuck to the analog mode. So I don't know why it was doing that, but now it's working now, I guess. So today we're gonna be playing some Baroque, the fan translation, the new one that came out. I'm excited about that. I don't know what's with this red tint on my screen. Later, it's all good. But yeah, Baroque time. Time to Baroque out. So before, I guess, as you guys knew before, that Night of Dragons worked on the Bastard Baroque, which was the basic version of it. Go. Or the basic, like, translation version, so you can get through the game. And now they finally released, like, the actual version of it, so that way the full translation. So another team took it up, and now they're able to play the game. Efficient free. Okay, insufficient free space. I like it. We shall do instant efficient free space. Alrighty, so we're starting up the game from new. We will. Yeah, I'm using the M30 for this one, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's good. Yeah, we will look around and see. It's the same sort of thing as the last one we had with Bastard Baroque. I see some new translations of stuff. Like, we'll get the Archangel, get his weapons and stuff. Around. There's a little pad thing right there. Recovery activated, getting some healing going on. Please do something training. Heck, what's up with that? That was kind of weird. Yeah, we will go and... So how much contributed to the version? He did not contribute anything. This is another team that worked on this. He worked on the Bastard Baroque one. But this one's using the PS1 translation, which uses the translation on from Nerve Tower. Oh, goddamn! If you die, you're all mine. That's right with you. Please dive in. Goddamn it! Wow, very naughtiness. Oops. Can you? Pathetic obtained. Okay, oops. Oh, measure you for your casket. Funny. Yeah, I need to figure out how do we get that the Archangel thing again? I forgot where that is. Oh, here you train on these things, I suppose. Should probably equip that. Equip, so I have actual weapon now. We'll train on these guys. Luckily, you can heal up over there, so it's not too bad if we take some L's. There we go, level up to 2, that's good. Yeah, no, I'm excited about this SNK boy. It's a really cool game. It seems like a lot of fun when I played before, so I'm gonna be excited to play with actual English translations and know what weapons are, so that'd be kind of neat. Heal up over here. Oops, well, that's broken now, so that sucks. There's the Angel. Archangel, try throwing items to distort ones. I'll give you something in return. Hold on to anything useful, use it. Cool, we get the angelic gun. Blowing people away. Nerve tower. Stay here and we'll go towards the hunters area. Yeah, it's easy to find this online, so it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, this is the dungeon. It's not even the tower. Okay. So wait. So what exactly is I'm confused. So this isn't Nerve Tower. It's like a dungeon thing. Ow. So yeah, we'll see how far I get. We'll try the dungeon. I actually don't think I've done Nerve Tower actually. We're just in the dungeon. I guess maybe, yeah, detox. Idiot attained? That's not nice. First 3. Ooh, level up, baby. But yeah, this game is pretty fun. I really enjoy it. Trying to think, what should we talk about in chats? Let's go then. I guess, what are some good movies you guys have seen recently? Let me know what you guys seen. Get some talking going on. Or maybe just games you played. Either one I'm happy with. Let me know. Yeah, I think it heals with the VT. When the VT's gone, I believe it stops auto healing. I also could be wrong, though I usually am wrong. Oh yeah, it's Across the Spider, so that was pretty good. I wasn't a fan of the ending of it, just because I'm not a big fan of that type of ending, but I mean, I enjoyed it besides that. I thought it was really cute. I liked the characters. I thought the story was fun. Hated the one dude in that. You probably know what I'm talking about. You know, it is a great time to be a Sega Saturn fan. It's just so many good stuff coming out, a lot of good translations. Rocketeer, I haven't seen that one. What one is Rocketeer about? This thing die? Coats. Or the coats? Oh, I'll have to check that one out. I remember seeing like in video stores and like old video places but I've never played it. Yeah, no, Neil, this is a great era for translations. There's so much that's coming out, so many great games. Like, there's not really any bad options for games anymore. Also, what, do I look weird? Just me? Oh no, it might be YouTube that makes me look weird. Oh yeah, it says I'm 480p, that's why. Like, why do I look so weird? I am very light though. I have a lot of light on me, so maybe I'll lower my contrast a bit. I'm a bit bright today. Yeah, do that. Figure a little bit. Maybe less bright. I'm a shining angel. You know, I'm good now. Too kind of poor Iron Man. Yeah, there's so many good translations coming out, so many cool stuff. It's a golden age right now. We're getting all the games you always wanted, and it's just amazing. Like, it seems we get so many a year nowadays. It's crazy. It's crazy how many translations are out there right now. Like, and we have so many that are coming down the pipeline. Like, we have the Sakura Wars one coming up. We got, you know, we got Rotor that's in the works still. Like, there's so many stuff we have for the pickings. It's like a great age, which I really appreciate. I'm gonna quit the old sword. Give me some oldness. Going down the corridor. Going down the corridor. Yeah, it's like exploring these games. You never know what you could find. Oh gosh. We'll let the sacks out, guys. Ooh, I can one-hit them now. That's cool. Wow, wow, wow. Got a hearts. Or seed, I guess. Don't want to comment on that. Oh my god, die, sir. Okay. That was annoying. Alright. That restores 30 VT. More healing going on, that's good. Go. Hold on, hold still, damn you. Gold lost its power. Oh, that sucks. Do they still have the gun, the weapon? Remember, no videos are on strike, and the Japanese studios have different. Yeah, there's gonna be a big rise in anime. Like, it's a good point. I forgot to mention that. I think we're gonna see a really big rise in anime coming to movie theaters. I'm not saying that that maybe Slam Dunk is a test thing, but I think with the lack of movies coming out in the near future, I mean, they still have some stuff that's like in the bag, but like for new future ones, I think anime is gonna be the big kahuna moving forward. No, I lost the power. There we go. How much power does that? So I think there's gonna be a lot of anime movies coming to theaters that people are gonna like. Oh, it just went to 0, so might as well be hit with nothing. Poison, so it gets weaker every time it hits. Oh, that's why. Drop that. I'm not gonna need that. That's what sucks. No. Alright, I guess I'll hold on to it. I didn't know you were working on a Gundam game. What exactly are you working on? I wasn't even aware of this. I'm excited to see, oh, you talking about are you working on the Gundam side story games? Or maybe that's something else. There we go, this thing. Sorry, my dog's barking everything in existence again. Gotta bark, gotta bark. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's actually really cool. I can't wait to actually see that. So yeah, we definitely want to feature that. I'll go through the chat. I haven't been really paying attention to the translation chat recently. I've been kind of busy, but I'll give that a check out and I'll see your guys' progress. I'm really happy to hear that you guys are making good progress on it, though. I've honestly didn't even know there was one for that. I thought it was just like a, there's the fish thing. There we go. So I only know the side story ones. I didn't know there was a, this, actually makes it worse. Throw that down. I'll do that. Docs. Bone, details unknown. Evacuation, that's cool. Oh, nice. I'm glad to see Malenko's helping you out with that. That's gonna be exciting. Yeah, Malenko's really really knocking it out of the park with these translations and these projects. I'm glad he's helping out people as well. And I'm excited to see the Gundam stuff. If you need any help with anything with that, let me know, at least in terms of the subtitles and stuff. I'll be down to help you out with those. Yeah, I love the Gundam side story games, or the Gundam 1, 2, and 3 games. Those are a lot of fun. I highly recommend playing those if you can. Oh, what's hitting me? Oh, it's the balls. The balls are hitting me. Die, balls. There we go, one ball dead. Second ball dead. Yeah, I apologize I don't stream as much as I used to be. I've just been really busy with stuff, and it's usually Friday I do an RPG, so it's like I don't have a lot of time. We usually run late anyway, so I figure people get their fix anyways with me and Dave. I actually think only the last Gundam game is compatible with the twin sticks. Or maybe it's the second and third. But I know for the fact the first one is not. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, chat, I'm usually wrong about these things. Yeah, call me up like Patrick's lying again. I dropped it right. Yeah, I dropped it. Die ball sack thing. My VT's getting low. I don't have anything to heal that out. Let's see here. But yeah, I'd eventually like to do the Resident Evil translation I was working on. The adding, well, not translation, the cutscene stuff. I've just been so busy with things. I feel bad. I make excuses though. I should really just find the time to do it. I'm just bad at stuff. Let's see here. Wow, there's a whole lot of nothing going on. Oh, there's another ball sack dude. Bye, ball sack dude. He did. Idiot obtained. Hey, look, they obtained me. Nice. Those are pretty rare, actually. There's 30 health. I'll wait until that's done. Complete the flush later, too. Let me get my butt kicked over here. Hit a block button or something. Maybe I'm dumb, there's a block button. I do not know. Did that shield just... Oh, no. We'll try eating flesh first, see what it does. Oh. Just eat an idiot. It's good. We haven't gone upstairs yet. Flesh. Idiot R. Doors rotted. Okay. Man, I'm finding a lot of idiots. Yeah, I need to get my... Yeah, my VT's getting too low. Going there, I think just upstairs I can go. Now, I definitely know how you feel, Shadow. Everything's like new to me with all this other stuff, so I don't blame you. It's like, the hell? Did I just... Okay, I'm back to Outer World. All right, I'll take it. We'll go heal up and go to the nerve tower. Thing's broken, is it fixed? Alright, cool, I'm fixed. Wait, no, that's not recovered enough. Oh, it broke. Alright, we'll try to go to nerve tower and test our might. You know, I'm glad Nico's helping you out, though. I think you had a really cool project there, and I can't wait to see what you end up doing with that. Alright, now we're finally in Nerve Tower. So this... Actually, I don't think I've ever got to Nerve Tower before. So I always just did the dungeon and died horrendously in there. So I think it's good to level up anyways first. Oh my god. They're kicking my butt. No wonder why. Evacuation, no effect. Bone obtained, absorption obtained. What's absorption do? Oh, that's cool. It's like a big bomb thing. Yo, bomb. I'll keep it just in case. Yeah, no, I'm really glad this game got translated. It's a really nice game, Cassandra. Yeah, I'm just glad people are able to finally play these games. That's been, you know, it's been not available to the public, free, well, available to the Western-speaking public for years, so it's cool we finally get this awesome project and be able to play from these cool things from these cool dudes. And there's so many other games that's coming out. It's just crazy. Considerably powerful sword. I think I'll keep that. I don't want to use that for a boss run and get my butt kicked. Go. Obsolescence, purification, unnecessary. Can we talk, or are you just gonna run away? You know, it does suck we didn't get back in the day, but pain even. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that kind of scared me. With you when I was murdered. Oh, did you die? Sorry, lady. I mean, you get murdered. Domestically, you were talking about the visual gun, not the later KOZ. I have no idea what those words are. ADG for real nice, would have been. Yeah, that almost broke. It did. That was scary. I was scared. It's scurry. It's scurry. That was scurry. But yeah, no, I really wish that we got this. Is like, I would have been so happy playing games like this. It's like the weirdest stuff. I love weird games. Like, I love. Oh, doing the wrong way. I'll go this way now. Alright, I'll follow you, robot dude. You better not murder me violently. I swear to God. Oh. What hit me? Get away, fish dude. Die, fish dude. Die, fish dude. Die, fish dude. Am I still getting hit by fish dudes? Oh, God! Ah! Cool. Alright, well. We will heal up. I think we have the detox as the poison. Do that. Do. Oh, come on. Weak sauce. Okay, well, I got a detox. That's good. Go. Well, pathetic is basically useless now. I'll stick with this, I guess. I don't think it breaks down, so. Hopefully it doesn't. There we go. Take that. Oh gosh, not that song. I remember, I think I listened to Dr. Demento when I heard that song. It was a really good one. Didn't have to pay to get him in. Yeah, me and my friends listened to Dr. Demento back in the day. It was like one of our favorite songs. This game is very unnerving, to say the least. I didn't really expect, like I said, I didn't expect a Dr. Demento reference on the stream, but I'm glad it happened. All I'm saying. Okay, I'm boning every day. Invincibility. I don't want to be invincible right now. Let's evacuation. I don't want to evacuate. Oh god. Yeah, Dr. Demento's really cool dude though. Everything I've seen of him, he's just really cool. I don't know, everyone in that crowd with Weird Al is always like really cool. I don't think there's really a bad person unless, you know, maybe there is a bad person. But I don't know. I'm not rich. I'm gonna raise your level by 1. I'll raise my level of luck, raise your luck. Alright, I'll infect myself, I guess. Was it secretion obtained? Die thing. Die fish thing. Die fish thing. Go. We're getting lots of items, dang. Got some seeds. There's 30 VT. Oh wait. So actually, we better do that now. It was broken. What the heck? Here's the VT Max. Barnes and Barnes. The shit band. I always thought that didn't maybe I was it Phil, not Phil Hartman, wasn't Bill Murray, wasn't he in that song? I could have sworn Bill Murray worked on that song. Maybe I'm mistaken. Definitely call me out in chat if I'm stupid and I'm mistaken. But I swear to God it was Phil Hartman. I keep saying Phil Hartman. Bill Murray, sorry. The other SNL. Okay, I'm gonna murder these guys. I don't get the items. Damn, die, dude. Shit. Bill Mummy. Like that. Is there another thing behind me? Oh, just balls. Alright, we got a detox. Delete the bones, evacuation. Things. On the ground. Storage. Genius. Cool. Well, that worked out. Dang, I'm one-shotting these dudes. A detox. Balls to the walls. Game is cool, sheesh. Oh, got bones. Got me boning. Got Mr. Bones. Nope, nope, nope. Why did I make that reference? I'm stupid. Go away. Learner and Babylon 5. You know, I need to watch Babylon 5. I'm gonna probably get hate on this, but I've watched like a couple episodes of it and I never really finished it, sadly. But I've heard, I saw it, it looked really interesting, but every time I watch Babylon 5, it's just like, you know what? I'm gonna watch Deep Space Nine instead. And maybe that's shallow of me, but like, I mean, let's be honest here. Babylon, DS9's like a better Babylon 5. It's gonna like get me hate though, but it's the truth. Erotic. Ooh, I like that. Faces other brands. I don't even know what the hell that means. Throw that on. Erotic. What's erotic about it? When in lust, will achieve max sword speed. Damn, that's pretty nice. Let's drop evacuation. I need like 12 of these. Detox. I'm gonna detox. Yeah, Cisco is the best captain in Star Trek. I'm sorry. Whoever likes Janeway, Captain Picard, that's great and stuff, but I'm sorry, it's really all about the Cisco. I'm sorry. Please. Would I have to kill her? Or not? Okay. I guess I'm out. Did I miss something? Am I... Oh, hidden thing, okay. Please leave, since fear restore. You're in this place, mine cannot in the depths again. That's interesting. That's not okay. Scott Bakula. I have no idea what that is. Am I missing something? You know, oh, this game reminds me of, anybody ever play Shadowgate on the N64? This kind of reminds me of that, the Shadowgate 64 game. If you never played Shadowgate on the 64, play it. It sucks, but it's kind of fun. Also, am I lost here? Am I supposed to shoot shit, or... Well, I see your balls floating in the ceiling. Am I supposed to hit those, or... Quantum Leap. I did see a funny... Quantum Leap clip on the internet. It got recommended to me. It's the one where he gets put into the kid with Down syndrome. He just like walks out and looks himself in the mirror. I'm not gonna say, because I don't. That's a bit ableist to say what what he says exactly, but I thought that line was so stupid the way they pronounce that. Like, I guess we're going back in this thing. Oh, did I go back? I think I actually went backwards. No, I went the right way. Oh my god, die. We're leveled up. Yeah, that one's pretty bad. Absorption. Looks. Why would I do that? No. Oh, I throw it at somebody, I think. I don't want to kill it. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, come on, he just stole my stuff. Get back here, you son of a bitch. Oh, mind reading thing. Master ought to search for the places. Don't care. Master ought to search for the places inhabited by the drifting maidens. Take that. Take that. I showed them what for, boys. Alrighty. Stubborn? Well, I want a new jacket. Oh, grounding. Happy once equipped. Damn, alright. Yeah, I'll give Babylon 5 a try. I just finished up I just finished up Star Trek Lower Decks. I just binged that. Anybody see Lower Decks yet? I just finished season 3. I really like it. The one thing I'm concerned about is that I'm seeing a lot of Jack Quaid and all these Oh my god. Maybe I shouldn't talk bad about Jack Quaid. I'm gonna try to absorb everyone. There we go. I've been seeing Jack Quaid in a lot of shows recently, and it's like, I wouldn't say it's annoying, it's just like, why is he showing up on all these shows all of a sudden? Oh, detox, cool. Self, what's self do? Cool. Yeah, I'm not sure how to increase VT anymore. I'm not getting the items besides killing things. Yeah, I'll give B5 a shot. It's on the list. Wait, what's Crusade? Oh, you mean the Crusade storyline? No, I want to proceed. Stop. continue to be a 4. Oh god, my back. Sorry, my back just broke. Sword out. Excuse me, I want the sword. Well, don't be pathetic. Give me the sword. It's not obtainable. Need that. Place and tax. Well, I can't wear it, so useless. Take the erasure instead. I'll sit down and finish it up. Is it on? What's it on again? Is it still on a? Oh god. Why did it fart? Oh god. Oh, I think it's this room that's killing me. Yeah, there we go. Let's not go in that room. Bye, please. This game is kind of bizarre. But yeah, word of advice, don't go in that room. Because I have now lost all my VT and I have no sight in front of me. Downstairs. Not work on that. VT. Back, let's drop that stuff. Okay, thank God. That was annoying. But we learned our lesson not to go in that room. Also, why did I lose HP? Oh, it's on max? I'll watch it. I mean, given they don't get rid of it again. Oh god, I'm dead. Rip, guys, rip. Oh, damn it, it's off max. Alright. No! Damn it, I went back to 1. I need to keep my items? That sucks. Well, it's a pretty good run. I like that. And it's pretty much the time I have to head up anyways. I think we get a good... There's a good 15 minutes, I think, of that. I think, because we started at 40. But no, I think there's a lot of fun, guys. I really enjoyed playing this. I definitely recommend people play this if they haven't. I just want to give it a quick run and see how we do. I think I'm going to upload it to the SHIRO YouTube channel, so if you guys want to watch it, you can... Oh, it's on Tubi free, I'll watch that. If you guys want to watch it again and I'll show off, oh, this is the big play the patch thing, so I'll do that. But yeah, I think that's about it for me. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and if you like this patch, definitely check it out on the SHIRO website. I'll put the link somewhere in the video. I'll put like in some of the corners somewhere, like a little image of where the site is and a link in the description. But yeah, yep. Thank you guys for watching, and remember, you must play Sega Saturn.